My mother told me my biological father had passed, but he just showed up.
That's pretty awkward.
My dad fell into eternal sleep when I was 8 years old. Well, the man I thought was my dad did. I know this is about to be an insane story. My mom dated other men, but she's never remarried and had a serious live-in boyfriend since I've basically been without a dad since I was 8 years old. We also love Throwaway RA Dad Arrived for writing this story. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OK storytime and send them in, baby. But earlier today, this man came into my work. I work at a movie theater in the concession stand, by the way. So this man came in and kept letting people go ahead of him in line until I was done helping the customer I was with. He was like the last guy left. I didn't think anything at first, but this guy was kind of nervous, but trying to talk to me. He asked what I recommended to eat and asked what kind of movies I liked. He seemed friendly, but shy. I was just being polite and making conversation like we're supposed to do with customers. Anyways, he paid and left, and I didn't see him when his movie finished because it was busy. Or maybe he didn't even watch a movie. I don't know. Anyways, I got off work a little bit ago, and when I got home, that same man was in my living room talking to my mom, and it kind of creeped me out. And my mom started panicking when I asked who he was. And she just kept saying that he's no one, he's leaving. But the man said he wasn't leaving until we talked and said she needs to tell me the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, you can guess from the title, he said he's my dad.
Hi, I'm your dad.
I just felt this twist in my stomach, like Keon's feeling right now. My mom started rambling, saying that my dad, the one that fell into eternal sleep, was my real dad and how much he loved me and took care of me, and that this doesn't change that at all. The thing is, something happened last year that made me question about my mom, my dad, and my medical history. She said she didn't know anything about it, but today I just yelled at her that she could have told me then and there that he wasn't my biological father, but she didn't. I asked if this man was telling the truth, and she started crying and nodding. I guess I didn't notice at the theater because it was never something I would even think of, but looking at him, it's pretty clear we're related because he looks so much like me. Or I guess I look like him is more accurate. He tried to talk to me and swore he never knew I existed or he would have been in my life. My mom didn't deny this. I asked her if this man was dangerous or an abusive ex or anything like that. He was offended, and she assured me that it wasn't that at all. She wanted to sit down and talk, but I just felt so nauseous and overwhelmed, so I just grabbed my keys and told my mom that I'm staying at my best friend Josh's house for the night. I came there, and Josh was sympathetic and let me vent, but he fell asleep, and now I'm just here awake, and my brain won't shut off. I feel so betrayed by my mom. How could she not tell me the truth? When I was little, I understand that, but I'm old enough now to know where I come from. It feels so unfair that she denied me a father for half my life. I loved my dad that passed away, and I still miss him, but I've wanted a father for so long. There's so much I've gone through where I feel like having a dad would have been so much better and easier. I love my mom, and she's been incredible in raising me, but it's not the same as having a dad, especially when this guy is my actual dad, and it seems like he would have been there if he knew. I don't know what to say to him or to my mom.
John, you've been dancing a lot.
I'm going to give you a live demonstration, and you're going to see it too.
Show me those hips. Oh, damn. That is a good move. But you know what is also an amazing move?
What is that, Sam?
Becoming an OK Storytime member.
Yeah, that's freaking right. We have 60 plus hours of exclusive live streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
It's only $5 a month, so go to the link in our description, youtube.com/OKOP show/join.
Well, let's get back to the story. I know I have to go home eventually, but I just don't know what I'm supposed to say or do. He probably hates me and thinks I'm a crybaby because I cried and stormed out. Oh, no.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
We do have the answers in this next update, okay? I know I didn't reply to any comments after the first few hours that my original post was up. I woke up the next morning and saw a bunch of new comments. Though I didn't reply, I read all of them, good and bad. I appreciate all the advice given and kind words spoken. Like many people suggested, the only thing I could really do was talk to both of them to figure out what the real story was. So I went home and talked to my mom. I was much calmer and had a much clearer head and was ready to hear what she had to say. I probably learned more than anyone ever should have about their own conception.
That's awesome.
It turns out that my father really isn't an abusive ex or anything like that. My mom didn't cheat on my adoptive dad or anything shady like that. I am just the product of a one-night stand.
Let's go.
My mom said that she went out drinking by herself at a bar and met my dad, who was celebrating his 25th birthday alone. Kind of sad. She said,
Your dad's a loser.
oh no, your dad's a loser. She said that she had been dumped by her fiance, not my adoptive dad, different man, a week before that. And because she had learned from her doctor that it was virtually impossible for her to have children naturally, she said her and my bio dad used protection and yet somehow still got pregnant with me, and that I'm her miracle baby considering the circumstances. So she went back to the hotel that he took her to after she found out that she was pregnant, but they couldn't find any info on the dad ever staying there. He didn't give her his actual first name, explained later in the post. So fake name. She said this was before social media was a thing, so she couldn't just search him online like we do nowadays. So she decided she would just raise me on her own. She also admitted she panicked when my bio dad showed up because to her, he was literally just a guy she knew from one night 17 years ago. She didn't know who he was now, or if he was going to try to get custody of me, or if I was going to try to run away with him or something like that. She admits she could have been calmer from the beginning, and maybe we could have all talked about it or sorted it out that night, but I don't blame her for it. As for my adoptive dad, the man that raised me, she said she didn't meet him until I was almost 2. They got married when I was 3, and he officially adopted me after they got married. She showed me the adoption certificate. Reflecting on it now, I realized I've never seen pictures of he and I when I was a baby, just pictures of me as a toddler and up. She said that he accepted me as his own and loved me and being a father to me. I told her my bio dad showing up doesn't rewrite history. I'll never not see my adoptive dad as my father. If anything, it makes me love him even more that he treated me and loved me as his own flesh and blood. Right in the feels.
Wow.
I also ended up talking to my bio dad. He left his number, which my mom gave to me, and he met me up for lunch. He confirmed my mom's whole history.
Oh.
Wow. I gave him crap about using a fake name. It wasn't so cut and dry, though. He said he goes by his middle name, which is what he told her that night.
Got it.
He showed me his business card, which does have that name that he told me my mom said that night. And I've since looked him up using the name that he gave my mom, which nowadays he's very easy to find with. And his entire online presence uses his middle name. He has comments on his Facebook from friends and family calling him by that name going back years. Okay, that's good receipts. Apparently, he only goes by his actual first name for legal and business reasons, like checking into a hotel. There you go. He said that night he was depressed that his best friend didn't live to celebrate their 25th birthday together. They had the same birthday. And that's why he drove to our town to get away from everyone and everything back home for just a night. He apologized a million times and said he would have been in my life had he known, especially because I inherited a medical condition from him, and it really sucked dealing with that and having to learn to adjust to it alone. He's diagnosed with it when he was 19, so he knew what I went through. I could tell that he genuinely felt awful about it. I asked him how he even found out about me, and apparently he has a son who is only 5 months younger than me. So his ex-wife, son's mom, is a teacher, and she saw a picture that my school's website posted of the academic team that I'm on.
Oh, wow.
That is so crazy.
That is crazy.
So it's like that mom was a teacher. She just happens to see a picture of OP and is like,
oh, that looks like Junior ex-husband.
and it was probably like, bro, what was going through her mind is like, yeah, you got a second family? You got a secret family? Like,
No, and then they divorced, and now he's meeting you.
She had it sent to my dad thinking I might be related to him because we look so alike. He said he has a brother he hasn't spoken to in over 20 years, so they both initially thought that I could be his nephew, but he found my Instagram, which is public, and he said when he saw a picture of me and my mom on it, he instantly recognized her and knew I was his. And I know people will ask, but no, he did not cheat on his ex-wife with my mom. He didn't meet her until a couple months after the night that he was with my mom. He even admitted that they only got married because she got pregnant early in the relationship, and they're divorced now because they're not even compatible. He offered proof and to even call her himself there to confirm, but I told him that wasn't necessary. He had visited my mom earlier that day that he visited me at work and confirmed with her, even though he'd already knew between my face and the math lining up. But he said he went to the theater anyways because even though he had seen pictures of me, he said he had to see it for himself. person.
Hmm.
He said we still need to do a DNA test to establish paternity and so he can add me to his insurance. But between our faces, my birth date, and us having the same rare medical condition, it's obvious he's my dad. Even the waitress made a nonchalant comment about us being a father and son. Oh, well, he sure is your father, Sonny. He asked if we could start having visits to get to know each other, and of course, I said yes.
All right.
I said yes.
Oh.
And I want to know him, even though I still feel some anger at him, and I don't really know why exactly, to be honest. I want to have him back in my life. My mom said I can't go to his house for Christmas, or even at all, he lives an hour away, until she feels comfortable with me leaving to visit him. But she said that he can come visit us on Christmas night, and we would take it from there. At the end of lunch, I brought out my debit card to pay for my half of the meal. I didn't really know what the etiquette was in a first lunch with your biological parent as a teenager.
Usually the parents pay. My parents still pay for me.
Dude,
Thank goodness.
same. Yeah.
I paid for my mom yesterday.
Oh, that's cute.
He just laughed at that and said that I'm his son and I don't ever have to pay for anything when I'm with him. I don't know why, but that made me feel really good. In the feels. And then he made a joke about owing my mom 17 years of child support anyways, which really just eased the whole situation. He walked with me to my car and gave me a hug, which made me start crying.
Aw.
I know it's cringy and I was embarrassed. It's not.
Okay, dude.
That I was crying in the middle of a diner parking lot, but I just felt an instant connection to him when he hugged me, even though he's still basically a stranger to me. Once again, crying is good.
Thanks, John. I really needed your approval.
He said some stuff to me while he was hugging me and just let me cry for a couple of minutes. By the way, if they want us, Keon, to be with them for 104 days straight, to press play and have us never leave their ears
Their side.
for 104 days straight,
That's it? That's crazy.
Where do they go?
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, your favorite pod app, search OK Storytime, and we will literally be there for you till your ears fall off.
Yep.
It's still early, I know, but I can just tell he's a good man, regardless of who he was when he met my mom and whatever happened that night. I mean, he sought after me after learning about me, so that has to count for something, right? He could have pretended he never saw my Instagram, or even after talking to my mom and her sending him away, or after meeting me at the movie theater, or after I stormed out when he came to talk that same night. He had so many chances to walk away, but he didn't give up. That shows me that he really does want to have a relationship with me. Anyways, now my issue is scrambling to find a last-minute Christmas present. Oh, I have no idea what to get him. He's a lawyer, so from
Insurance lawyer.
let's go. Right. So from what I could tell from Googling him and the address he gave, he's a rich baby. He probably has everything he already wants. If anyone has any ideas what a man in his early 40s would want or be able to make use of as a Christmas gift, I'd love some suggestions. Go. I know.
A client. Get him a client. That's the best Christmas gift you can give him.
Dude,
What were you going to say?
I thought you were going to say a scrapbook of all the memories that he yeah. Some some sort of fun thing.
Of all the memories he
could be
missed.
done.
Dude, that is a great idea.
Yeah, that
is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the end. That's it. That's it right there.